Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our Monday morning agent call for STA Business Solutions. My name is Brandon Ivy. Thank you for joining us. This is the beginning of a new week, and I know how difficult that can be to get yourself up, get things going. I just dropped my son off at school and getting prepared. I can't believe how fast time flies. My oldest is graduating in a couple of weeks. So preparing for that and family coming to town. But at the same time, we're excited about business and ending the month out strong. We're now about halfway through the month of May. So we want to make sure that you guys have all the information that you need and all the tools necessary to have a successful business this month. Also, for those of you who do not know, we do this every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, our morning agent call. This is a chance to get plugged into our system, touch base with each other, be able to ask and answer questions, share some ideas, and give you updates on what's going on with all of us and what we have coming down for the future and things that we probably need from you that you'll hear from Jairus. So we're all in this together, and we all must do our parts so that we can be successful. You know, one thing about this, I had to talk with Jairus a couple of weeks ago about what we're doing here can be life-changing for many of you. This is what we call a high ticket. You do one loan, you can be doing 4 figures, maybe even 5 figures. Just imagine doing 3 or 4 or 5 of these a month once you get to the rhythm and the habit down. And that can be a full-time income for you. In fact, doing 4 to 5 loans a month puts you on the top 1% of money earners in the United States, you know, when you're doing over 5 figures a month. So this is a great opportunity. The one thing that you must understand is that you don't have a boss. There's nobody to tell you what to do. This is completely self-motivated. You can make as much money as you want depending on the amount of work, time, and effort that you put into it. You work at it on your own hours, part-time or full-time, but it's completely up to you what you do, and you can be rewarded handsomely for it. So what I want to do right now, and we definitely keep these calls short because we have a lot of work to do during the day and during the week. So, guys, if you got questions, think about the questions that you have, and we want to keep it short. I'm going to bring up our CEO, Mr. Jairus Coleman.
Hey, Brandon, thank you. Can't believe it's Monday, and it feels like we were on the phone talking just the last day ago, a couple of days ago. But thanks, Brandon. It's exciting times. I mean, guys, it's like Brandon just said, we're going to keep this call short. There is no real need to keep this call long because really this is just a refocus for this week. I'm just going to really just focus in on us getting you guys focused for the week. And I want you guys to understand, going out there and talking to business, here's the scope of this. We're not just focused on talking about just actual business, brick and mortar businesses. I really want you guys to understand that with loans, with our program, we have the ability to help people on the personal loan perspective as well, and fixing their credit and getting them funded. In fact, today alone, I'm actually working with an individual. This person has a good credit score. This is on the personal lending side. His credit score is 780, or no, excuse me, not 780, around 750. And with one of my lenders I've got him approved for about $350,000. And this dude has no job. And I want you guys to understand this. I mean, he's going to use this for business, but I've got him approved. It's already, ready to go. I can get him approved for about $500,000. Based upon his credit. I just want you guys to understand, some of you guys are looking at like, whoa, yeah, here's the thing. Every business person, business owner, or every individual is needing or would like to have some form of extra cash to start grow their business. If it's a business owner, start and grow their business. If it's an individual, grow their business. I want you guys to understand the scope of what we have here at our STA model and solutions. We're helping people get access to cash with good terms, with a good layout, and makes sense to leverage. Credit is like the biggest thing to wealth if you know how to leverage it. If you know how to leverage your credit, then I'm going to say you're wealthy if you tap into it. And here's the power of it. Credit is something that is fixable. And if people have jacked up credit, they can get their credit fixed. There is a number of different programs which we have, and I truly, guys, will be going over this program this week with you guys to get signed up and registered and helping people get credit where you guys can get compensated for it as well. The compensation, it's a pretty good compensation, helping people get their credit fixed, thus to get them in a situation to where they actually can have get a loan and leverage it. I deal with and talk with a lot of different business owners and individuals that are trying to start their business, or obviously business owners that are trying to get funds. And the biggest thing that they have, the biggest issues you're going to run into is their credit, their credit score. If their credit score is amazing, they can literally, just by their credit, can get access. If their credit is above 680 to help you understand, and that's all 3 credit bureaus, by the way, they can get in a situation to get, $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 based on their situation with a 680 and above credit score. So I want you guys to understand the scope of it, and not just with business owners. So some of you guys know a lot of people that are around you that have bad credit, need to fix their credit, need to put themselves in a situation to where they can get access to capital, grow a business, buy a certain object or product that they're trying to get to, but they couldn't. The point is that with having the credit, it gives you the power to be able to position yourself and leverage. And the stigma about credit is that people think if your credit's messed up, then it's over with. I want you guys to understand there is truly a new movement going on in today's culture, and people are becoming aware. Wait a minute, I hate to say it, but you can ruin your credit and get it fixed. Well, I hate to say it, but I'm not. You really can mess your credit up and get it fixed in a 6-month period of time. It just depends. There's so many different things I deal with people that have bankruptcies, some people that have judgments, some people that have liens on their credit reports, some people that have, and you know what? Those things can be knocked off. Those things are something, judgments, liens. The only thing that's a little harder to get off a credit report is child support. Other than that, the judgments, liens, bankruptcies, these are things that you can get actually removed and eliminated from. When you say, and here's to help you understand it, like if a judgment, lien, tax lien is removed, doesn't mean you're not paying the tax lien. It just means it's removed from your credit report, from your credit bureau seeing it, so that it puts your credit in the situation to where it doesn't show up when a lender looks at that report, which is huge. So I want you guys to understand the power that you got, that activating and tapping into credit repair does for this whole. To me, the way I see it, what we do, credit repair is probably the nucleus to what we do, and because credit repair puts people in a position to grab a hold of getting access again with a 680. So if you have a 580 credit score, I've seen this countless times in the credit repair side. Especially the programs I've been looking at and working with, that in a 30, 60, and 90 day, people have been getting 580 credit score. I've seen people raise their score by 200 points, 150 points, because contesting their credit repair, contesting the even debts that they've incurred on their own. Because when a company sells their debt, like if I borrowed money from B of A, or just using this as an example, from this said institution, and let's say I fell behind on payments and I'm now behind, my credit is getting hit, and I'm owing to this company, and now I go into collections, they sell it off to collections, what most of these companies do. Here's understanding that there is it's actually no longer your debt anymore, because the debt has been sold off. It's been bought by another, and that institution now is calling you. Point is that by contesting a lot of these things, getting them knocked off your credit report puts a person. So when people I got a 550 credit score, the world's not over for them at all. In fact, it's just a mental. It's called a mental condition, because the mental condition is you're in financial slavery. The reality is they can fix their situation by doing credit repair, which is very, very affordable, and put themselves in a situation where it's 390 to 6 months down the road, which is well worth it if they discipline themselves and get these things contested, sometimes faster. I'm just giving you, it just depends on what is on there and how long these things take to remove, but sometimes 60, 90 to 6 months, they can actually have their credit score from a 580 to 740, which is not, I mean, I've seen it fast. I've seen it in less than 30 days happen like that. But the point is that puts a person in a situation, a business owner or an individual, because we do personal lines of credit and business. So we don't just have to talk to businesses. We can talk to personal individuals. Talk to a friend. I want you guys to understand what we have here at STA. You can talk to an individual. And what it does is it gives them access. Their credit gives them an access to be able to tap into a source of income that they didn't have. And they didn't, they could be, because everybody, business owner and every individual, needs or wants extra capital to start or grow their business. This is a situation that puts people in a position to, again, where they now can help finance their dream or finance their business goal, finance their current business condition. And this is what we have here at STA. We don't just help individual business owners. We can help individual people. So again, like today alone, I'm working with a guy. I submitted it just last week. He had amazing credit already, but dude that, again, doesn't have a job. Got him approved again for nearly $350,000 because his credit score was 740. I just want you guys to understand that, because think about that. How much what he could do with that money. I hate to say it, the dude can blow all that money, mess his credit up, and his credit can be fixed so he can go get more money. But people are conditioned. Now that I understood these things and I stepped into a different dimension of how money works, and all of it is just electronic credits. That's all it is. And when you mentally get yourself trapped in, oh, damn it, my credit's messed up and I can't move ahead, that's so much of a lie. These things can be removed. Tax liens, the worst of the worst, can be literally deleted, which means, again, tax liens are still there, but they can be removed out of your report so a lender doesn't see it, and boost your credit scores, adding trade lines, adding these things to fix it so where they can get access. And it's amazing when you see somebody who had a 580 or a 500 credit score, and now they're in a 680 and above. I've seen this so many times working with people in the credit repair side, and all of a sudden they go from a 580, a 500, or just a way low, but over a few months of discipline working with credit protection, or credit repair, they literally went from a bank wouldn't even look at them, or they would have like an amazingly high interest rate to now they're getting offers out their ears of the potential. So I want you guys to understand where there's money to be made here. There's money to be made will be made on the monthly from the credit repair, and there's money to be made on the obviously when you close that loan. That loan, if he signs the docs, if it's $500,000, that's nearly $10,000 in said pocket, mine. I'm just giving you guys perspective. $10,000 on that particular deal. It varies obviously by the loan size, but you guys see how powerful this is? I mean, STA Business Solutions is amazing. It's huge what we built here, and what we have to be able to help individuals get access to cash, get access to to grow their business and put themselves in a position to where, they're leveraging their business, their credit. Because again, what you run into with a lot of business owners is that they either have mid or jacked up credit or good credit, or they've been in business less than 2 years. The biggest thing that you guys run into or will run into if you're not out there growing and talking to business owners, or just getting out there and growing your business and just showing up to the calls and not going out there and getting business so you can make a $10,000 check in one sale, just wanted to throw that all in there, is I'm just throwing it in, maybe it's going to vary on your sale, is that that most people that we talk to, it's getting that information, obviously. Getting the information from them, but understanding that every one of these people, they need and they would like to get access to cash or capital to grow their business. And this is what we are here for. This is what we're here to do, is help them expand and grow and put them in a better in a situation. What people don't know, they don't know. And this is why, as you guys are educated now, and as you guys go forth and help people get in a position of financial, it's not even just financial freedom. It's getting and tapping into that that income that they would not have had otherwise. I want to show you guys how the power of leveraging credit and cash is, and this is just my story. 2015, beginning of 2016. No, let me go back. 2015, when I started my wholesale business. Beginning of 2015, I actually didn't have a ton of cash to start my wholesale business. So I leveraged a $5,000 line of credit to do so. In this beginning of 2015. When I did that, I leveraged it. Obviously, this is in my business model. I leveraged that. It allowed me to get products, allowed me to start my small little wholesale business. And I turned that into, over a course of less than 2 years, I turned that $5,000 business that I started with $5,000 in a line of credit into literally a $1.9 million business in sales. And so I just want you guys to understand the power of leveraging credit, the power of having decent credit or good credit, and how that can get tapping into, and that was just on $5,000. And my credit actually wasn't the best. I'm just trying to get you guys to see the perspective is that, that's my story that applies applicable to me. But at the end of the day, it still applies to each and every business owner that's out there that is looking to get access to cash, or a person, an individual that wants to start a business. And that's where business consulting comes in, guys. And we, sitting them down and helping them line out, hey, what's your goals? So we can get you access to this. What's your credit score? Let's look at it. Okay, let's get your credit repaired. It's not over if your credit is over. But there's money to be made on all sides, from the repair to the funding, if you guys can catch that. With that, again, I don't want to go too much further today. I just want to get you guys kind of focused on this week. Talk to people. When you talk to business owners, ask them their credit. There's no harm in asking when you're talking to individuals. Don't just talk to business, talk to individuals. Hey, I'm a business consultant. I teach people how to get access to cash. What's your credit score? Like, give me an idea what you think your credit score is around. There's no shame anymore to be, my credit score is messed up. Here, things happen. We're in an economy, we're in a day and age where things are just expensive. The cost of living is going up. The people that have amazing credit get, because of the economy and it's always changing. There's no loyalty. Here's the thing. There's no loyalty in the job market space working a 9-to-5 job. I think we can all agree, finally, as a culture, it's American culture, but really as a culture, I think we all agree that there is no complete loyalty for that. So the reality is that we can help a business. We can truly help a business or individual, an entrepreneur that wants access to cash and that is trying to grow their business, get access to that. And that's the power of what we have here, which is a good income tied to it. With that, again, let's focus this week. If you guys have any questions with the business loan application, a number of you guys have put, I like the fact that on a sales call last Friday, I said, hey, go out there, put some applications in, and a few of you guys have done it. And you guys have gone out there, which we got to do some follow-up with. And I want to congratulate. We got quite a few loans that are being worked on, and when they do close, it will be good commissions for these individuals. So I want to say congratulations, and let's keep those perspectives. Let's keep going out there, guys. Keep sharing what we can help do for businesses, and keep sharing what we can do to help other people grow and make an income from it by helping them get access to the cash with good terms, good rates, and a focus of helping people see a financial future because that they didn't understand was possibly there. With that, I'm going to leave it to maybe one or two questions, but I want to keep this very short and really just give you guys perspective really for Monday. There's really no point in going back and forth all day. You guys have questions really, or you guys have any perspective for our insight into getting loans submitted and everything else, guys. If you haven't signed in or you don't have access to the main website, STA Business Solutions. Get registered, get signed up there, get with the person, and we're not so much really network marketing based, really, but make sure there is an affiliate side to it. So definitely set up with the person that you got with getting set up. So I'll take one or two questions, but I want to wrap this up very quickly, just for the sake of I want to get everybody out in the field and starting to get through their day. Is there anybody out there got one or two questions? That's it.
This is Michelle.
All right. You sound like you're way in the back. I can barely hear you.
I'm sorry. I'll talk louder. I just wanted to say that I just started this past week, and Jan has been helping me. And I just wanted to say that this is such an opportunity, and I am so happy she told me about it. And I'm getting started actually today. I'm going out in a few minutes, and I'm going to be talking to some people about it and meeting somebody for lunch. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm excited about the process, and I appreciate you being so open and so informative for us, so we can go ahead and do this professionally and as a serious business. So
I appreciate that. No, and it's cool that you understand. You get it. You see the power of the financial influence that. I mean, we're evolving in the right way as a business. I mean, meaning we're not, we started with one type of loan just a few months ago, and now it's really broken off. My background, just so you know, I'm sorry I didn't get your name, but my background has been in banking for 10 years, and helping businesses and people, individuals. I mean, just in a traditional banking sense. And so, I've always had a passion to help people on the business financial perspectives and giving people education. So I'm glad that you're aboard. I'm glad you see here's the thing, the money, cash flow is the Epcot center of everybody. And you pay your bill, you pay your mortgage, you pay this, your money and getting access to money is the biggest thing. Your credit gets you, here's the thing, your credit gets you access to cash. That's powerful when you understand that. And if you have messed up credit, we can fix that to get you in a position. So let's say a person, I'm just giving you a rough number. Let's say a person has to spend $1,000 to fix their credit. Not that they do. Really, actually, it's cheaper than that. It's $100, $89 a month, really. But let's say it took them 6 months to fix their credit. They spent $500. But it allowed them to put them in a position to where, and this is the individual or business owner. So you talk to a business owner, is your credit messed up? No. I mean, we could drop the credit score to 620 if they have been in business for 2 years. But we got so many different ways to help an individual business owner who's been in business a while or not. But being able to, if they have access to good credit by fixing it, even if and most people you're going to talk to have messed up credit, meaning they're in the 500s, 600s. Most of them. We're just in a different day and age. Most people have leveraged their credit and messed it up. But being able to fix it, and let's say in some cases 30, 60, 90, 6 months, and now they have access to $150,000 that they wouldn't have had just months ago prior to that because they stayed committed to fixing their credit. It's huge, and you get paid off of the credit repair. That's huge. So I mean, yeah, that's powerful. It's just that we're money without money. I hate to say it, in this materialistic world we live in, you ain't got nothing. I'm just being honest.
No, that's true. It's true.
I mean, hey, I love you, but we got to keep the roof over our head, right?
Yes, indeed. Okay, my name is Michelle, but you can call me Vicki. But thanks so much. I really appreciate it.
Vicki, you're welcome.
Thanks.
All right, one more question, and we can wrap this up. I think you guys get the point. I think again, we got a week ahead of us, but we're consistently evolving into a more of a universal business solution model to where we're helping people. I'll close out with this. Everything we do makes sense, and everything I'm putting into our pot really just makes sense. From getting access to cash through the lines of credit with good credit scores. And here's a good thing about going the credit route in a lot of cases is that on the personal line of credit, it's actually faster because we don't have to lenders don't require all these documentations that a business has. So when you guys bring me a deal And you notice you'll notice on the sales form, like on the web sales form, the first question is, what is the credit score? If the credit score is above a 680, then I know immediately right there, it's okay, perfect. I know most of my lenders that I deal with for you guys will start to look at their credit it puts them in a ballpark where we could find them lenders at a 680 and above. And so it's important for them to at least be there. But the great thing is that in this scenario with the credit is that it's really the be all. But we don't have to have all these documentation. I don't have to have 2 years of bank statements or tax returns. A lot of business owners over the last 2 years, especially. I don't know why, but the last 2 years, they don't have their tax returns, which means I'm not getting political, but they can, it's kind of like, I'm not supporting anybody, no president-wise, but it's like you want to see Donald Trump's tax statements, but a lot of these business owners don't even have damn tax statements done because they're probably back behind and no taxes, so they're like, I ain't doing it. You'd be surprised. So they can't even furnish their 2 years of statements. So their only hope is to go – you'll go the route of less documentation for the same amount of money in a lot of cases, and that's just on the power of the personal credit. So that's why the 680 and above is huge. And I'm giving you guys the click going out there is when you talk to people, your friends, whoever is in business are trying to get access to cash. And it's like, man, I just I can't get access to cash, or they're not thinking about it. Just talk to them. Hey, what's your credit score? Just it's not an embarrassing thing. To me, it's not credit is not an embarrassing thing. I mean, it's just not. My credit's not the best right now. I'm actually getting my credit repaired. In fact, I took many hits growing a business. I'm just not ashamed of credit. I mean, credit to me is not a huge deal. I mean, I messed it up. Things happen. And so getting it fixed puts you in a position. And so my goal for myself, this is just for myself, is I'm already on credit repair myself. I'm telling you guys that personally, openly. So in the next 60 days or 90 days, even if it's 6 months, I get access to $250,000 because I know exactly what I'm going to do with that $250,000. I'm going to build my e-commerce business and grow more there. I'm going to grow I've got other programs that are more automated. I just need a ton more cash to do it. And I'm going to not use my money. I'm going to use somebody else's money. It's called being smart. So I'm fixing my credit, guys, for that reason. Hopefully that makes sense to all you guys. So that's what we have here, guys. Fixing people's credits, getting them funded, getting them access to cash, business owners, individuals, to help them expand and grow their business so they grow. I mean, if you guys are in network marketing, here's the thing. A lot of people are broke. They don't have money. I'm not going there. We're not a network marketing company. But the reality is that even in the network marketing game, the fact is that depends on the opportunity that you guys are involved with, which is great. A lot of people, I don't have money. Well, actually they do. Because if they had credit, they would actually have access to, or a business venture that they want to get into. I don't have the money. Technically, you do. It's just it's called your credit and leveraging that. At the end of the day, like I said, guys, there's so many programs out there that can help. We can help them. We're there to help them. And somebody messing up the credit score, messing up their income, that can be fixed. Once you understand the system and the way the rules of the game is played, it's just electronic numbers moving and evolving, and then that enslaves mentally. It enslaves people because people go, "Oh, I messed up." Yeah, you messed up. You're behind. You lost the money. This and the other. But you can fix that situation still, even with losing $100,000. I just want you guys to understand how powerful credit is, and still get those things wiped off clean. The next year, be in a position where your credit score is 680 and 800 again. The next very year, 6 months later even, and all of a sudden get access to even more cash. That's how powerful it is. When you understand, wait a minute, this is how real estate investors get into businesses. This is how a lot of people that are wealth. I just told you guys my story, how I leveraged, and I grew I've grown 3 multi-million-dollar businesses. Doesn't mean I put multi-million-dollars 100% in my pocket, but I've grown 3 businesses from the ground up and turned them into million-dollar companies. So I understand the mechanics from the beginning to the end of growing a business. And at the end, the biggest problems I've had, because I started them with no money or less money, is I need cash. When I got it to a certain point, I needed a lot of money to keep things going because it got expensive. So through mistakes, through this, through that, at the end of the day, I wish I would have implemented what I'm telling you guys now. I didn't. Now, I mean, some of it I did towards the end, but now, as I understand everything, being in the financial world, growing this, learning how you can fix your credit really fast and put yourself in a position to get access to cash. It's just, I mean, that's why I put this together. It's like, guys, this makes too much sense. You know, the biggest reason people don't have, problem people have is access to money. And only way you can get access to money if you don't have money is through your credit. And if your credit is messed up, it just pushes you back a little bit, but it can be fixed to get access to money. And if you have a goal of what you're going to do with that money, that's a dangerous person. It's a dangerous person because, again, most dreams are never realized is because they don't have enough gas, which means money, to get them off the ground and into the atmosphere, like in space. With that being said, I'm going to let you go ahead. No, go ahead.
This is Deidre. Actually, it's a good thing that you're talking about this because it's actually a lady just texting me right now. She has a business of her own, but she pretty much has, from what she's stating, her credit score right now on one Equifax is 625, and on the other one it's only 575. Where is that information so I can kind of assist her? She actually stating, too, she's in Chapter 13. She's been there 3 years, and she's stating she has 2 more to go. So
is she fixing her credit now, you're saying? Are you saying she's fixing her credit at the moment? Got it. How long has she been in that process, out of curiosity?
She just wrote 3 years she's been in the Chapter 13, and she's stating she has 2 more to go. She said she just did a credit check. For Equifax is 625, and for TransUnion, she's stating it's 575. So
got it. When in her situation, she's got bankruptcies on. She can get those eliminated. A lot of the guys I do know that can take them off. It can get pricey. It can cost. Because what they have to do is it could be very expensive. I mean, they do have to basically delete the tax or the bankruptcies off. Sometimes they're difficult, sometimes they're not. I mean, you can't give her no one person when it comes to credit repair is a cookie cutter situation, if that makes any sense. You can't put we can't guarantee, but those things can be removed, and it just depends on how entrenched, how deep, the contesting them, dealing with them. But for lender's sake, when it comes to getting them eliminated, it is possible to get them eliminated. It's just all I can say to you in that case, and her, especially since she has a few of them, they're not going to be easy to get off 100%. And that could take her 6 months, it could take her a year, it could take her less than that to get those off, but they can be removed. It could take 3. I've seen people get, honestly, bankruptcies off that are fresh and new, like a year, 6 months old. I've seen them get them off pretty quick, like in a couple of months. Again, doesn't mean the bankruptcy is still there. It just means it's off the credit report, which means that lenders are not seeing it.
Okay.
So keep that in mind when you hear it's been removed, it's off. All that really means it's just, which is a good thing still. It just means that it's no longer showing on the credit report. The credit report looks clean. It's off from lenders being able to go, hey, whoa, you got a bankruptcy on your credit report. So her situation, if she's already getting credit repair, stay with her and ask, to see how good her outfit is, and just ask her if they're working to get those, because that's going to be her biggest issue, even with a good credit score right now, is if she doesn't have those things removed, the first thing a lender's going to see is bankruptcy, and they're going to go, hell no. She has to get those removed.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Hey, dude, I'll just leave you with this. You know how many people just are in your area that need credit repair fixed? So you're good. Don't get stuck. And that's one thing I'll leave you guys with. Don't get stuck on one client that I see a lot of people do this, and it doesn't hurt me. It hurts me because I see, it's a good training for you guys, but it when you guys got somebody interested, but everybody doesn't fit in the mold right away. It's okay. A lot of people are not going to fit in the mold. That's why you want to keep growing your database of clients. Don't sit there and get stuck on one person and spin your wheels like spinning in mud. And you're like, oh, this is going to be, and then you spend 3 months. When I say don't spend time, we want to bring care and good service to people. But let's just face it, people can suck your time, or the situations are too much for you to handle at the moment. That's why you want to grow your pipeline. I think here's where most people in sales get themselves hurt in a business, in any type of business, is they're new, they get stuck on, I'm going to make this work. And I believe in working hard and making something work. But again, that's why we have credit paired with our outfit, is because not everybody's going to out the gate we talk to fit in our scenario. So we can at least prep them to get them to the point where they can. And if they do fit in a scenario, great. We obviously can work with them, get them the cash and access to the cash that they need to move forward. But don't get stuck, because you spend your time on one person when you could be spending your time on talking to 10. And you always want to have your pipeline full, because that one person can drop. You're going to run into this. One person. Say you've got a pipeline of one person in your pipeline right now, and you talk to them. They got bad credit, or let's say they got good credit. Oh, everything's approved. You're all pumped up, and all you are focused on this one deal. Oh, I can't wait for it to close. Next thing you know it, this person, for some dumb reason, even if they get it, they either have something on their credit that didn't show up, that shows up. And hurts the lending process, which they're approved. Typically, it's a done deal, or they just don't. I don't want to do a loan. I'm good for some reason. So you build up all of that, and then it drops. That happens. The point is that what my cost to you guys is build your book of business up so it doesn't set you up for failure. So always be talking and growing your book of business. I don't get excited when I get one client anymore, because I know, even though this can go through real smooth, most of the time, the customer messes the deal up because they don't give me the right documentation. They don't do this. So when we get a lot of things in the pipeline, guys, know this. The reason why they fall out is because the clients fail to give us the finishing touches. We need their credit report. We need this. We need that from them still, even on the personal side. Why they drop is because they fail to furnish those things. And because they do, the time is typically, it's held up. So keep it moving. Keep getting new clients. Put them in the system. Because like Brandon said, you get 2 or 3 clients that close in a month, and they're sizable deals. It could be 15, 20 grand in one setting. Guys, this is a part-time thing you can do and make complete over-the-top full-time income. But you guys, just by getting out there, you guys are encountering people that have messed up credit all the time. And they think the world's over with. This is what they're thinking. The world's over with. I'm not lendable, so they got a mental condition. It's a slavery. They're literally debt slaves, and they're mentally broken in. But they don't know. You know that you can get your credit fixed and actually have freedom and get access to cash. But we want to set them in a path to also, if they're even a new business owner, here's a path to where we can help. And so I am developing even more education and training of what they can do on leveraging cash for their benefit. Based on my experience I just gave you. I took $5 grand and turned it into $1.9 million in less than 2 years. Right before this. So anyways, guys, we've gone a long time, longer over. Hopefully you guys have gotten a little bit more insight perspective and you guys get the point and vision of what we do here. But let's wrap this up and let's get into the week. Let's get some deals. I'm here to help. Take care, and I'll see you guys later.